I think we're going now. I think we are. Hi.
It's live, so
Um, Welcome everybody. I know you're not here as yet, but for those of you who will re-watch after the live has ended, I want you to be greeted as well. So welcome to my live show. Well, I wish I could get back to doing paint and spill, but not at this moment. So for now, we're going to still use live shows. Today I'm very excited. I have somebody who is young, vibrant, and charismatic. Yes, yes, you are. Look, you don't you are charismatic. Today I
thank
have with
you.
me. Good night, Luciana. Welcome. Tonight I have with me Mr. Mishka Christie, MDC underscore RX on all social media platform. You can follow him when we're finished, or even now you can go and follow him and come back. He is a pharmacist, a content creator here online, and he's an author, a health coach, and he describes himself as your friendly neighborhood pharmacist, like Spider-Man.
Right.
Like Spider-Man, but for pharmacy,
But
right?
apologies, yeah, exactly.
Right. He's passionate about health and wellness. He has conducted uh, online workshop seminar, owning your own space in the digital world. I think
Yeah.
there's a space for everybody in this digital
Trust me, it's
space.
it's
So
big enough for everybody, literally everybody.
that's a good initiative. So welcome, Mr. Christie. First of all, thank you for doing this show. I really
Of course.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man, sure thing.
All right, so we just have one person, but we're gonna continue. We're gonna start the show. Tell us something that we don't know about you. Tell us about who is Mishka Chris.
Well, honestly, I mean, being a content creator, it's like some things aren't really left behind curtains. So like a lot of me that you see online, because it's just like so genuinely me and so on. That's just basically what you see. It's kind of goofy. I love making content, love making videos. Not it doesn't really have to be health and wellness sometimes, but I just love making videos. Plus,
Yeah,
so
and
that
like
tied in with my health and wellness passion also. That's why I'm so into this digital space pushing, because both of my passions kind of tied in together to give me this what I'm doing now.
yes, I liked your mini vlog yesterday. I like it. I thought it was cool. I was asking you where's the full vlog if I did a full vlog. So it's
Oh no,
good.
I think I'm not sure if I actually replied or if I've never pressed send, but
You
I
did,
did
you
say I
did.
did, yeah. Boy,
Yeah, you did.
the thing is, I was there with my friends, and it's like the thing is with being a content creator, if you don't be careful, you realize that you have to be videoing every single thing, and it's like every new place you go, you're videoing it, and the mere fact that I was videoing it for a TikTok, I'm like, I just want to do it for TikTok because it's shorter, so I didn't want it to consume too much of me actually enjoying real life.
That's my issue as well with vlogging. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Like I would want to vlog, but then I also want to enjoy the moment. And it's either you're a vlog or it's you're in the moment.
Yeah, in the
Sometimes
moment,
I
exactly.
forget. I can't remember it. So I don't know how these people vlog and catch everything. I
Every
can't.
single
I'm
thing,
just
yeah.
like, no man, me too excited. I love excitement to even remember to vlog sometime. But I was trying. I have some vlog attempts on the thing. But I love the mini vlog. I would have watched. I think it's because I don't know where the place that you went. It looked nice. I never know where it.
Oh, probably
Um,
that's why.
yeah, probably somebody wants to see more. Luciana, what are you saying in the chat? You have something to say? Okay, Mr. Christie, right? My
Yes.
first question to you is this week we're celebrating pharmacy week. Is this the last day of it or
This is the last. Yes, this is the last day because it started last week. I think it started last week Sunday. So actually, I think yesterday might have been the last day, but we can extend it to today. So today, I guess, is the last week, just wrapping up everything. I think the last ceremony of like I think PSJ was held yesterday. But to be honest, pharmacy, just appreciating pharmacy can happen at any single time. But it's just this time we go extra hard to kind of push out information out there.
Listen, um, all the pharmacists I've known before, they've never been this friendly and welcoming. They're
And that,
always serious,
yeah,
even the ones that even the ones that you know personally.
personally.
They're serious. So to see you the first time I saw you on my For You page, I'm like, whoa, what a nice twist to this new fresh feeling. I was so happy to see a pharmacist being represented in the online space in such a welcoming and charismatic way. And you laugh at certain things. Like one time I did see one video where me did want Tagana and me forget it. These two pharmacists did a this doctor did a say something and I think you did eventually
I think
see
I
it on
eventually
your page.
what you
Yeah,
call it,
yeah,
do it. I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, man.
right,
Yes,
right. So
yes,
it was
yes.
it's such a refreshing thing to see a pharmacist being friendly and integrating with us. So, but my first official question is, I have a lot of students who are subscribed to my channel. So I want us to start by telling who is a pharmacist. Who is a pharmacist?
Who is a pharmacist? All right.
Yeah,
So
tell us.
basically, the official definition of a pharmacist is someone who has studied medication and, well, the colloquial term drugs, medications, and they're the drug experts. So we have studied medication, how they work, what doses are safe versus effective. We studied therapeutic windows. Basically, a therapeutic window is that little thing between overdose and underdose where it's like you take too little. What is the dose that below it you take too little, it not gonna work? What's the dose that if you take too much of it, it's gonna be overdose? So it's like that's the therapeutic window. So we are the expert that knows this the best, out of all the healthcare workers when it comes down to the doctors prescribing, the dentists prescribing. A lot of the times they'll call us to be like, all right, I want to try this medication in this patient. What is it that you think the dose should be for this patient? In this child, they weigh this amount, they're this however old, however many older. That what is the dose that you think is best for this patient, or what is the literature that you read saying about dosing in this patient? So basically, yes, we're just the drug experts.
So it's really a combination of chemistry and math.
Trust me, we do so much chemistry and so much math. Actually, we do more
Yeah,
math than chemistry.
I want
Ish, yeah.
review. I think the topic that we're doing at grade 7 is measurement, and
Mm,
I wanted the students to understand that measuring is important and it's in every single field. If I go to the doctor and he prescribe too much of a particular substance, I probably die. I'm
yeah,
on this mission to get the students to love math more.
love.
Even though I don't teach math, but
You just
her
want them to
Shante,
have an appreciation. Hi,
yeah,
Shante.
I just want them to. These two are my they're my students.
The
Welcome.
students. Welcome, welcome. Hi, nice to meet y'all. But the thing is, you can let them know that the one of the first things, no cap, first things we learned is like units of measurement. So we look into like ounces, fluid
Right.
ounces versus dry ounces, measurements of weight, dry weights versus liquid weights, and we have to learn how to convert them and so on, because down to this day you have to remember how many drops are in a milliliter, which is 20 drops to 1 milliliter. What a dessert spoon is, what a teaspoon is. So it's basically everything that you learn. You know how you have the inches to centimeter. Actually, no, we had to learn that too, because I know 1 centimeter is what 2 point no 1 inch is like 2.25 centimeters, something like so. Because we had to learn that. That's the first thing you had to learn. You had to learn all the measurements and units and things like that to be, a pharmacist. And that's just a pharmacist. We're not talking about doctor, engineer, other people who would still have to learn it. So just let them know that so them can have a greater
Yeah.
appreciation for math. I can probably even mention like Bitcoin and them things too, because them need math as well.
So I have a question that I think you get a lot as a
Mm.
pharmacist. Like, how to read the doctor them handwriting?
Let me tell you. All right. First of all, there is shorthand that the doctors use that we learn it in pharmacy school. So there's some shorthands that originate from the Latin language that they might use. So you might see a combination of letters that you are trying to understand it with English, and you're not going to understand it with English because it's not going to sense to you. So from that level, we do understand doctors writing in on that level. But from the next level of just handwriting from doctor to doctor, basically you have to just kind of learn it. You have to just be in that environment there for a while. And for me, once I go in a new environment, the technician, any little thing I understand, I look for my technician, I'm like, yo, what is that doctor right is what is that? Cause trust me, exactly. Like, hold on, oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Something just popped up a while ago. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, when it comes down to doctors' handwritings, I just go to the technician. The technicians are so helpful and so powerful because they've been there normally and they just know what the doctor means sometimes. Sometimes you have doctors that just have a little scribble and you know
right,
exactly what that means. Because there's this doctor in Maypen, like he writes scribble, and the way how him write the scribble, like beside a certain like number or something, you can tell that it mean like 1 year or like one buckle or something like so. So it's like after a while you understand per doctor. You know, you understand the
right,
doctor's shorthands. But sometimes you don't. And you just have to call the doctor. You don't, the technician don't have to just call the doctor like, yo, where you at for that patient? Like in a
right.
respectful manner though, but you know, you still have to ask them, yo,
Yeah.
bro.
There's an important question in the chat that I'd like to bring your attention to. Welcome, DY. Lysiana is asking, how do you handle a mean customer? I didn't have that question on my paper, but I have something similar. But how do you handle a mean, rude, disrespectful customer?
Disrespectful customer. All right. So as probably I guess most likely your elder leading by example, I would really like to say, just kill him with kindness. As much as you can, kill him with kindness. Be like, all right, cool, yes. However, sometimes a lot of the people them kind of react to, you have to kind of have your back. You have to have your back as well. So a lot of the times them want to rough you up, be like, yo, yeah, take long. You just have to be like, listen, this is a pharmacy. This is not KC. It's not
Mhm.
a wholesale. You can die if I mess up anything. So you have to go sit down and wait. I have to go come back later. And
Right,
sometimes I have to do it as respectful as possible, and sometimes I have to just rough them up back because some people, reality, that's just how you have to, handle them, and that's what they respond to. Cause if you're little nice, sometimes they might take it for puppy show. So but
how often do you encounter like a mean person? Once for the day? Because I don't think sick people are mean.
oh, sick people are the meanest people because them spend so long at the hospital, them spending so long at the doctor's office, and feel like no, them come at the pharmacy and forget you like that. And it's like, no, it's going to take a while here as well because sometimes we still have to call the doctor because we can't understand the handwriting. We have to do
Yeah,
this because of that, this and that. So, it takes a while here as well. But because we are the last part of everything, everybody feel like so if we take we should be the easiest part because people don't really respect pharmacy to say it's a part of healthcare. A lot of them feel
right,
like is like just a medication wholesale. Whereas like them can just come, oh, give me £10 of this, £10 of that, 3 dozen this, 3 dozen that, and then
right.
get you. So you'll find that the sick people are the meanest people. And then
Listen,
sometimes you can empathize with them. Cause a lot of people they'll come and be like, yo, me there doctor from 8 o'clock and at like 5 o'clock, them reach the pharmacy. So honestly, when people like that are mean a certain way, can you have them mean a certain way and you can just understand that they're frustrated. But yeah, there's certain types of meanness where you just have to shut it down and be like, listen, not me, not this one. Next pharmacy if you want to, but not yeah.
so those of you who are just joining or will watch later, I'm talking to Mishka Christie. He is our friendly neighborhood pharmacist. You can find him on social media, TikTok, Instagram. Are you on
YouTube too.
YouTube
Twitter,
too. You can
yeah,
go
Twitter is Mishka Christie, just my name, Mishka Christie, and on
Mr.
YouTube it's MDC space RX. So it's not underscore on YouTube, it's MDC space RX on YouTube.
Right. So
Yeah,
you can support him on these platforms. So my next question to you, though, Mr. Christie.
yeah,
Mr.
man.
Christie.
I mean, I can't call
What,
me Mishka, Mr. Christie is my
what,
father.
what inspired you to say, okay, this is what I want to do as a profession?
As a
How,
profession, all
how,
right.
how, how were you introduced to it, and how did you decide that, okay, yes, I love it, I'm going to do it?
All right. So, basically, point blank, my mom's a pharmacist. So, from I was born, that was what I was exposed to. That's what I'm exposed to. That's what I know. Growing up, coming home from work, I see her being a pharmacist. Sometimes I'll tag along to her to conferences and so on. So, just kind of develop a kind of appreciation for it. And at a point, you're just like, it just makes sense to do that because that's what you're surrounded by. So you just say, all right, let me just go into this and so on. And then now, when I went into it in college, along the way, I just realized that it's so much more than what even I thought. It's so much more than what I realized the public thought. So, and then that's when, no, by the time I finished college, that's why I kind of wanted to be like, yo, I need to be pushing pharmacy more so people can see what it actually is, people can see what it can be, so people can be more interested in it in terms of going into the profession, or people can respect it more, which is why you see me so much in the digital space because I'm really trying to push that across and bring that across. I'm not every time I'm watching TV and every time it's a health thing, it's probably like a doctor or a nurse. And I'm like, I've never really seen a pharmacist, and I'm like, yo, I like
And I was
media.
happy to see you. I was so happy to see. I was so happy to see you. The first time I saw you, I didn't follow immediately because sometimes you have to be careful with your
Exactly.
follow. Because if I follow you, that means say I agree or I like what you're doing or whatever the case may be.
And then just show
But
you all the
then
videos. Yeah.
Right, but then the consistency, and then it came up on the For You page a little more. I'm saying, let me just follow, and hi Kim, good evening. So I have another question, right? So you saw mommy, you grew up with a pharmacy background. Well, you saw mommy doing this job. You personally, what do you love most? What do you love most? What kind of satisfaction do you get from this job?
Well, the type of pharmacy I love involves. I'm not sure if it's probably coming from my father's side because he is a principal and he was a teacher, but I like educating people on health and wellness. I like spreading health and wellness. I like seeing people because like even in the pharmacy, if somebody come and ask me something, I love when I'm like able to be the one to say, all right, you can try this, you can try that. As respects your diet and your exercise routine, try doing this, try doing that. You might think this is simple and it might not help you, but it can actually help you. Just do a little bit of walking here, a little bit of jump in here, something like that, change up your diet a little bit like this. Because I just like seeing people take hold of their own health, in putting in their own hands and getting results from it. And then me being that facilitator of the knowledge, I really like
Right.
that part. So
You re-
that's, yeah,
but you really took genetics to the extreme and took best of
extreme.
both worlds.
I just mix it up. I just mix it up, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you mix you mix mommy and daddy together, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the struggles that you encounter, though? What are
Being a
some of the struggles
pharmacist.
that you encounter? I've seen
Um,
you. I've seen some of your videos that you made where persons taking their medication not how the doctor prescribe.
I was just gonna talk about that. It's again, a lot of the struggles I face comes from misinformation. So the fact that somebody thinks that, all right, if I taking the antibiotic until I feel better, that's how it works, you know. I just need to take it until I feel better. Why I need to finish it, you know. And then when they come to the farms, you know, and express that, then I have to tell them that's not how it works. Or if they just take something not really like how they're supposed to take it. They're like, all right, if I take this two, like, all right, for example, for morning after, you can either take two tablet one time or one tablet two time a day. So somebody know that does that will probably look at their pressure medication where they must take one tablet two time a day and say, oh, I can't do the same thing. And you cannot do the same thing. It's not the same. So, you know, things like that. It's just comes up from misinformation and again from I guess people who don't understand what who a pharmacist is, what we normally do. They just come and feel
Right.
like you just must read my prescription, fill it, and that's all you do. Just give me the medication, pack it, put the label on it, and that's it. So all the struggles come from misinformation, really.
What do you think about the practice of sharing medication? When somebody say, you know, say, my doctor give me this.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
my doctor give me this, and you can probably use it too.
The thing is, the doctors know, and doctors and us, we know why you're getting the medication you're getting. Because somebody might be getting a certain class, because they're different
Right.
classes. They're like probably 7 types of pressure medication. But to a layman, once they make pressure medication, are just pressure medication.
Right.
So in one person now, like probably a side effect of a certain pressure medication is cough. And we know that this person probably have asthma. We not give you that. All right. So we give you something of a different type of pressure medication. But your friend now getting that type because them not really troubled by the cough. You understand? So when you're
Right.
not a fear now and your friends like, oh, just take some of mine and you're dead in a night from cough. Like, it's things like that, you know, they're not going to consider things like that. Because when we say, all right, here you go, here's an antibiotic, and your friend getting an antibiotic as well. Antibiotics have different ranges of types of bacteria
Right.
that you treat. So when you take that one, then know the type of bacteria it a fight against is probably the bacteria that you need. So it's like you're just defeating the purpose sometimes. So when the doctor and us give you certain things, it's for you specifically. Because even in some cases, the doctor might prescribe something, and we, the pharmacists, know something about you, and then we call the doctor and say, "Yo, doc, you know, say that person are allergic to this, and they never tell you. So you might have to go switch it to this. How that sound? The doctor say, all right, cool, yeah, man, switch it to that. So it's that teamwork thing that we do, and then you know, go take someone else or somebody have where you did allergic to bag of things. So do not be just sharing up your medication like that. You know, even if it's like the exact specific thing that you think, because sometimes when you hear say the pan 9 and somebody else I get 9, all right, cool. But then again, you might get 20 milligram, the person might get 10, the person might get 40. There's different intricacies even when it comes to the same
Right.
drug, you know. So it's like
Right.
we try to tell people not to share your medication. So yeah.
Right. There are two questions coming in from my darlings in the chat. So this one is coming from Kimmy, and Kimmy is 9, I think. She's 9 or 10. Kimmy, I don't remember your age. I'm sorry. She's at primary school. And
Okay.
Kimmy wants to know how many years does it take to be a pharmacist?
Okay, right. So from your graduate high school after sixth form, it takes 5 years fully to become a registered pharmacist because it takes 4 years of schooling in college and then 1 year of internship to become a fully registered pharmacist in Jamaica. Because in Jamaica, we can use the Bachelor of Pharmacy. So that's the course for the Bachelor of Pharmacy. As you know, hopefully you can understand. Bachelor of Pharmacy takes 4 years to complete, and then 1 year of internship, and then you're registered with the Pharmaceutical Society, Pharmacy Council of Jamaica.
Can you
Um,
practice outside? Can you practice in another country? Or you'd
that's
have
what I was
to.
coming up to. You'd have to do some bugger exams, and in certain cases, you have to do like probably 2 or 3 more years of schooling and all of that stuff to work in another country. But for now, in Jamaica, 5 years in total.
Okay, Lysiana is asking, what is your least favorite part about being a pharmacist? Your least favorite
Least
part
favorite
about
part
being
about being a pharmacist is kind of just seeing how the word is not ungrateful, unappreciative. It just the world can be towards pharmacy. And I'm not just talking about the general public, because what you find a lot of the times is the general public kind of appreciate pharmacists more than health professionals sometimes. So, cause like internally, there's a lot of just fight against pharmacists. Cause like, for example, just example, in America, pharmacists, even pharmacy technicians, can administer vaccines once you undergo vaccination training. In Jamaica right
Mhm.
now, even if we undergo vaccination training, we cannot administer vaccines, and a technician in America can. So it's like it's a lot of just fight and just this. There's just this I don't know. We're not being. I don't feel like I'm being appreciated enough as a pharmacist. So I think that's
I
yeah.
have a question. I have a question. I have a question that it's not on my paper, but
Yeah,
I
sure.
just thought about it. I just thought about it. Do you have pharmacists that after a few years they decide they want to be doctors?
Oh yeah, man. You have a lot of that happening. A lot of people, pharmacists who start off as pharmacists move on to be doctors. You even have that in nursing too. So like a lot of nurses that start off want to go in, because what you find is a lot of people wanted to be doctors or wanted to go in med first, but they probably couldn't afford it, or they probably never had the grades or something like
Okay.
that. So their second choice was pharmacy or nursing, and they actually got through to that program. So they said, "Hey, let me do it, whatever." And after a while, they said, "All right, no, I'm ready to actually do med." So you have that happening sometimes.
Okay, you've hinted to loving the idea of merging pharmacy and creating content online, but you
Mhm.
didn't mention like how what inspired you at first to become a content creator. What
The content.
inspired you at first to become a content creator?
Honestly, if you ask a good amount of my friends from high school, I was always like, from
Which
high
high
school,
school
I would
you
be
used to go?
making.
I didn't ask you. Sorry, which high school you used to go?
I went to Glenmuir High, Glenmuir High.
What?
Yes, up the road. It's up
What?
the
What?
I used to go up the road. I used to go up the road.
Which year did
Um,
you leave? Which year did you leave?
did I leave? I left sixth form 2015. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What?
You're young man.
I'm not young. I'm 21. I'm 24. I'm 25 next year.
You're young. I wish I had that youth. That youth again. Okay, yeah, we were talking about the inspiration about
All right.
working on the
If you ask anyone, I've been a content creator from I was probably in second form. Don't tell anybody. This is just for young viewers. But I used to make songs. I used to make music. I used to make videos and stuff when I was in high school. Don't tell anyone about that. Yeah, from I was in high school, second form. Actually, the term or just me coining myself as MDC came up from me writing a song lyric.
So
In
no,
second.
you can't just say that and think me gonna move on.
We're
Move
not
on, you
going
have to
to.
make
No,
a
honestly,
song.
100%. I can't remember any of them songs. There. Honestly,
No,
I deleted them, and I
no, but
think I can.
you have to go do something on TikTok for we. You have to go drop a song, a pharmacy song on TikTok for we.
All right,
So
fine.
so we can
I'm
have it.
thinking of
So
it.
we can have it a pharmacist anthem. You have to go drop a pharmacist anthem on TikTok. Make we
You know,
can
so
have
that
it
no
next
bad.
year.
That no bad.
Ne-
I never thought of that
you know,
before. I
drop
never
a
thought of that
pharmacy
before.
anthem. So next year, when a pharmacy week, we
We
can
can
have
get with
it.
that.
Rock the whole
I'm
week.
rocky. All right. You know that no bad. That no bad. All right, yeah. But yeah,
As you
it's
As
true
you
though.
said that, I also had an idea for you. I don't know if you want to take it. There's this movie, I forgot the name. I would want you to review it on your show. There's this movie where the mother stole the baby and give her a wrong medication so makes you feel like she's disabled. I don't remember what name. I gotta look the
That's
name
not
on.
the one where she couldn't go outside, right?
No, that's the one with the black girl. But the one that I'm telling about
Oh,
is a white girl, and that's a good one too, because it's the same concept.
the
The
same
mother
kind of
was
concept.
poisoning them with No, I'm not the pharmacist. The pharmacist is Mr. Christie.
I'm the pharmacist.
No, Mr. Christie is the pharmacist.
But
I'm
yeah, if
I'm
you can
I'm a
find
physical.
the name, send me because I'm into reviewing stuff, on the channel.
I also have a show that reviews stuff. So when you come, we can probably do that one day.
We can probably review it together.
Me no want to watch the one day again. Me I go cry.
Oh, I go so yeah, give me movie for me go cry for.
Because I want you to talk about it from an ethical point of view,
Ethical
like
point of
the
view.
ethics behind it. The mother give her dog medication, so her muscles couldn't move. Her muscles. I'm gonna look for the name and tell her. I'm
You
gonna look for the
know,
name and tell her.
say it's sounding familiar. I'm not thinking of the name, but if you find the name, send me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and
Right.
I'll
So,
review it. Yeah.
Luciana have another question, right? She's saying, what do you do when the doctor prescribe the wrong medication? So, what does the pharmacist do, or what does the patient do? Answer
Well,
from
the
both perspectives.
patient. A lot of the times we really try to not let the patient see. And we're just like, all right, cool. We're going to call the doctor real quick to just sort out something. All right, yeah, man, just have a seat. We'll call the doctor and we'll be like, so doc, we realized, or no, what happens sometimes is we look at the history. And based on the history, we don't see that medication and we'll ask the patient, you have anything new that the doctor's saying giving you? And then say no. I have any new conditions? And they say no. And I'm like, why you go to the doctor? And they will tell you why. And it's like, all right, cool. I'll call the doctor to verify some, just have a seat. And you call the doctor in the nicest way possible. You probably be like, so doc, we realize that you gave this, but we just want to know what your thought process is, what you're prescribing for. We on our end, we kind of already know say the wrong sentence, but like we just don't want them feel no way. So we just kind of talk
Right.
to them like that. And then we kind of give suggestions or we give the history to be like, they're normally on this. You want to try them on that. And then they say, okay, yeah, man, put them on that. Thank you. A lot of the doctors, you find it really nice. So a lot of time be like, thank you so much. Because they are overwhelmed. Sometimes it happens. It happens, they're humans. So,
You're,
they're actually
you're
nice. So,
protecting them from a malpractice lawsuit.
yeah. And a lot of the times too, though, we would have get caught up in it as well. So we have to make sure so we are doing job. Because we get in into as a example, there was a person they had cataplam on their thing. It's like a pain medication, right?
Right.
And I was what was the issue? Yes. So I was asking them if they know how to administer it to their child because they got it to their child, and the patient was like, "Yeah, man, I know what to give them." And I'm like, "All right, cool. So what's wrong with the child?" I just asked that randomly, and he's like, "Oh, nosebleed," and I'm like, "Nosebleed? Any headache? Any nothing? Any fever? No, nothing. Them noses are bleed." I'm like, all right. So then I called the doctor now, and what happened was they were at a hospital and something happened, some mix up happened at admission. So basically, that's why them get feet. And I'm like, all right, so we're gonna have to take them off it. Is it okay if I give them Panadol instead for any possible fever, any possible headache? And they say, yeah, man,
Right.
give the Panadol. And then I was like, all right, cool. So I just took the prescription. I'm like, all right, so it's the Panadol over there, so take your Panadol back. And then you just give it this way, that way. Because the thing is, cataplam actually can promote bleeding, so it would probably even make it worse. So it's like, things like that. So it's all about the pharmacist doing their job and we just making sure that everything is correct for the patient, which is why prescriptions don't take 5 seconds to do. There you go. So yeah.
Hello. Hello, Rush Comedy. Welcome. I want to ask you
Yo,
though,
I saw it
how
was Rush Cam. I was like, Rush Cam,
Rush? That's not Rush Cam. That's
No, no, yeah,
Rush.
no, I was saying I thought it was Rush Cam for a second.
No, sir.
I was like, you're
No,
large. But I know,
no,
man, you're
no,
still large anyway.
not yet. Not
Rush
yet.
Comedy, big up Rush Comedy, big up Bridget too.
Bridget, welcome. That's my friend and another one of my students coming in. Welcome everybody. I'm talking to Mishka Christie, MDC RX on social media. You can follow him. He's a pharmacist, he's a health coach, he's an author, and we're just here at the end of pharmacy week and we're having a good time, right? My
Yeah.
next question for you though is how do you balance creating online and your regular 9 to 5 job? How do you balance?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, just as a person, I'm not the best time management person, but it came normally to me, right? Yeah, you find out that content creators aren't, but like sometimes you just realize that it forces you. Because for me, I kind of just made an oath to myself that every single week I'm putting out content. I'm gonna put out content, even if it's a live on the day or something. I have to put out content, so it
Right.
forces you. So if you realize by Thursday enough, nothing by Thursday morning, I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna record nothing. I don't even have an idea. The entire day at work, I'm doing my job, I'm doing it properly, but probably at lunchtime, I'll be like, I need to get an idea or something, or probably go into
Right.
my reserve of ideas. And I'm like, as soon as I go in, can't even probably be able to go in, record the video quick, probably then be able to come out and then edit it quick. And then when you edit it quick, and by the way, that's I don't even remember what's your teacher. What's the name of that? Paradox. There's no such thing as edit quick. Edit quick. There's no
You
such
can't
thing.
get it quick.
You can't edit quick. You can't edit quick because trust me, it takes so long to edit. Unless you're making a quick TikTok video. But yeah,
Listen.
come out, you edit
Um.
and you fling on YouTube and you just hope say, hey, this one gets views. But you still try and make it as quality as possible. Don't
Yeah.
just fling out anything because people will realize when you fling out things and it's not that. It kind of feel like a disrespect thing sometimes when you fling out things. So it's like,
Right.
yeah.
You didn't ask me, and my 2021 goal is to try not to give unsolicited advice. But what I do is like I could plan like for the whole month. You can run your videos in series and just you sit down, you plan it out and say, okay, for this month of January, I'll be focusing on um medical scenes in movies and you review them. Next
Mm,
thing, you're going to focus on the the struggles you face as a pharmacy student. So you have your thing planned out, 4 videos a month under this 4 topic. You could also your wellness videos then. So summer wellness month and your 4 videos that come out in summer focus on wellness only. Then
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you have this structure for you to put out the content without being pressured
for
because
sure.
you'll already
That's a
know
good
that
idea. You
this
just
is
you're
what I'm
just
doing
spewing
for the
out
month.
ideas tonight. Like you never
I
tell me if you bring notebook. Tell me if I write them down. My gosh.
I love I, I love I love I love social media.
Mm,
I'm sorry that I didn't take it a lot serious before now, but not before time. So I love giving out ideas.
like that.
You know what else? You know you could even incorporate you could do day in your life as a pharmacist. If you're not do that already, you could do
I'm
that.
planning to do that. I did that
Right.
one ish, but I'm planning to do it again. I'm planning to do it again.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean everyday difference. I'm planning to do it again.
Every day is different.
Yeah.
Another thing you could do is um let me see. I follow this medical student on TikTok. He's studying medicine overseas, and he started just showing how each disease affect the black race different. So
Yeah.
he was
I definitely
whenever
want to talk about that because it's definitely a thing that I want to talk about because it's a mixture between, yes, there might be issues between like black people and so on, but sometimes you find that because of how things were set up in the past in terms of like racism and so on, that might be affecting it. So I definitely want to talk about that as well. So yeah.
So how some disease present itself in the you even have to focus on black people only because I guess it would look different in Asian, white. You could do it
Right.
cross the
Yeah.
board. There's so many ideas that we could throw around. Kimmy has another question for you. Kimmy's saying, how long after becoming a pharmacist can you own a pharmacy? That's a good question.
Kim is 10 years here and 9.
Kimmy, and she has her
Oh,
own channel. They
God.
can
I definitely
she's
want to check it out. I'm
doing
gonna actually try click it now and see. But my
she's
goodness, she's break
very
down
she's
questions. I love it.
She's
She's
very,
good.
yeah, she's, what me say, intelligent and intuitive. She thinks she can sit at the table with us and hold a conversation.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
For honestly, I think once you're a registered pharmacist, once you get the registration, you can own your own pharmacy. Because even when I was a newly registered one, someone was calling me to work at their pharmacy so they could get registered. So it's once, because the thing is, you get like a work license or like a shop license to be like, all right, this is a shop to sell stuff. Then now you work up to making that shop a pharmacy, and that now you'd need the signature from a pharmacist. So once you're a registered pharmacist, Godspeed.
but I guess the problem would come up with the capital, the start
Capital,
of
exactly.
capital,
But
the
that's the
supply
thing. If
for the
you're
medication. So
Exactly.
you
If
can,
you're the type of person who like you probably have supply and capital already, but you just became a pharmacist, then it will be easy for you versus say a me who just come from high school, just come from college, boom, blaps pharmacist, me nah nothing. You understand? So it'll be different. It will look different in different people, but once legally and like in those aspects for like forms and so on, once you're a pharmacist, you can get it.
okay, somebody's asking for a YouTube name. His
My YouTube
YouTube
name,
name is, you're
it's
telling me
M
YouTube name.
yeah, it's MDC space, not underscore, space RX. So MDC RX. That's the YouTube name. So if you look at the banner underneath, you see MDC underscore X. That's my TikTok and my Instagram. But if you remove the underscore and leave it as a space, that would be the YouTube.
Right. Kimmy,
And yeah, please subscribe. I think I don't understand YouTube. They don't show me every single subscriber, but as soon as you subscribe, I subscribe to you. So once I see the
don't do that.
notification,
Don't do that. Don't
what?
don't don't do that. They'll call that, what they call that, sub for sub, and they would say
Oh,
it's not
oh,
a real. They say it's not a real sub. So if somebody sub to you, like give it some time, like a few days.
oh, so I mustn't, cause I no, that's the thing. I just feel like I like supporting, so that's why I do it. Oh, but I
Get
never knew.
just
Wow,
just try to just try to remember to go back. They
back and
call
do it.
it sub for sub. They don't want you to be doing sub for sub, which I think is, what TikTok stay with them shadow ban and blah blah blah. And this is the thing over YouTube.
So
You
what you
can't do
do?
them call it sub for sub. And you
So for
can't even use the word please subscribe on live. You have to say come on some other way. You have to say come join our family or come something you
you know
can.
what? Just I just said that, I guess make we stop talk about it, cause then probably probably we
I
hear it
know,
and
I
then
know. Because, but I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you
no,
because
yeah, thank you though, cause I
um,
was doing that because I wanted to support my subscribers, but I guess
right. You
yeah,
can, but you just have to wait.
wait
Wait
a
a
little
little
while.
while. Play a few videos of them before, like them, like to register that. Oh, I checked out the content and I liked it. Oh, Kimmy, I had Kimmy on my show, Paint and Spill, and I think we talked about it. Kimmy told me that she wanted to be a pharmacist. She wanted to own her own
Our
pharmacy.
own
So
pharmacy.
this is a good show for Kimmy, right, Kimmy?
Okay, me,
This is
yeah,
a good
Creamy,
show
ask up
for
your
you.
question. I'm here.
Yeah, I guess we can, whenever we are working in person, I can try to get her with you. So she could
Yeah,
have I'll try, I'll work at it. I'll work at it.
yeah.
But I have some more questions, right? You know how social media can stay, it's open to the public and anybody can just say what they feel. How do you deal with those who come with a negative comment?
With the negative comments. All right. I'm the type of person who I'm not. I don't have energy to be conflicting with nobody, especially when I don't know you. I don't know you, and you come comment some negative thing. Depending on what the negative thing is, I'll either just educate you or I'll just ignore you.
Right.
like like even one of the videos on my TikTok was about birth control. Was about the morning after. It's
I
about
saw
morning
it. I
after.
saw it. I saw it.
Baga comment, baga comment, baga negative comment and
I
so on. And
saw it.
some of them I'd reply to and be like, all right, as a pharmacist, we need to ask these questions because this and that. And some of them were just ignorant. So after a while, I just literally start delete and block. I'm like, you're not gonna stress me out on my phone. you know, like it's my
I'm
channel, it's my
fine.
phone.
I'm fine. And I understand. I understand the reason. But let me tell you what it is. It's the how some of the pharmacists ask you after, because I experience it in a one way where me never like it.
You never
Me
like
can't.
I get.
I don't know if I can.
No,
Anyway,
and the thing is, I
I didn't,
understand that, and that's why whenever I
like,
saw comments that
it
were
is, it
genuinely
is
like,
kind of
okay,
rude.
I don't understand why you need to know that. That's why I went. I even made like probably two other videos where I went into why we ask certain
Yeah, I
questions.
saw
You
them.
know,
I saw them.
yeah,
I
because
saw
I
them.
understand that you have some pharmacists that are awful. Some pharmacists are just
Yeah,
awful as people.
no compassion. And you know what? It's so sad, but sometimes it's the female one, and you think those are the ones who will have a little more compassion. You
Compassion.
understand? Because it was a female, and she just like, first of all,
Yeah, give up.
let us. We don't want to talk about it, but I didn't have a good experience with her. All right, so I don't want this night to end and you don't talk about your book. Tell us about your book.
Oh
The
yeah, my
name of
book.
the book, the inspiration behind the book. Tell us. My friend is a
Hold
published
on one second.
author. You didn't come with the book. We're sitting with Mishka Christie. He is their friendly neighborhood pharmacist, and we're talking about all things pharmacy because we just had our pharmacy week. He is gone for his book to show us. Tell us about your book,
Back. All right,
Mr.
so this
Christie.
book it's called The Self-Care Journey by Mishka Christie. Ah, yes. So basically, the book it just kind of tries to share. Take on, Mike. It just tries to share what self-care is and what it can look like, and it tries to just dispel the rumors around self-care. So a lot of people, when they hear self-care, they think about okay, may have to go to the spa, may have to probably get a massage, or
Yeah,
them little fancy something there. But the book is just trying to show you that it's not just that. It can be that if that's your fancy, but it doesn't have to be just that. Even just probably looking in the mirror and just saying three things that you're grateful for, or just saying three affirmations, that can be a form of self-care. You just sitting down eating and just focusing on eating itself, no distraction, no phone, no TV, not just eating and appreciating the
yeah,
food, that can be a form of self-care. So there are a lot of ways self-care can come up. And also I just wanted to show that self-care is way more than physical and mental, because recently mental has come up, which I'm proud of, but it's not just physical and mental. There's so much more to bringing you to become closer to holistic wellness. Sorry.
right.
So it involves emotions, it involves spirituality, it involves being social. So all those other aspects my book touches on, and it also even gives you guided journal spaces. You have about three sets of them, like they're different activities or journals in each set, and there are three sets of them. The first set helps you to evaluate yourself and how you're doing in your different aspects of well-being or your different aspects of health. Then the second set, they deal with the planning aspect and what you would want to do for your self-care, prioritizing which type of or which aspect of health you want to focus on probably first or more. Then the last set now deals with how that activity that you chose is going. So you just evaluate how you think this form of self-care that you chose is going. How is the activity going? So yeah. And if you follow me on Instagram, MDC underscore X, the link to get your copy is in the bio. You can get it from Amazon if you want to get it from Amazon, or you can get it delivered to you in Jamaica.
Nice.
There's different links for them. So yeah, don't not
So
get it.
tell
Go
us
get
the
your
name of the
copy.
book again. The name of the book
The name of the
is
book is
Wellness,
The Self-Care Journey
the Self-Care Journey by
by Michelle.
Mishka Christie.
See, see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luciana is asking, how do you handle being author, pharmacist, and content creator? And I did ask you how you
We touched
balance.
on it, yes.
Yeah, we did touch on it.
We did touch on it a little bit, but it's honestly it's a lot. But I have to get to a point where I'm like, I cannot be a hypocrite to my book or my movement that I'm pushing right now.
Right.
So you have to make time. Even my book is saying when it's necessary, you have to find time and you have to stop certain things. So when I realize it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and that video not done edit yet, I just have to say, look, the video just gonna go late tomorrow and that's it, when,
Right.
because I have to sleep, I have to go to bed, or if I have something to do for work, I have to prioritize doing that for a little bit. So it's all about just actively making time for yourself and realizing that yes, you have all those things happening. You have to promote the book, you have to be a content creator, and you also have to be a pharmacist and go to your 9 to 5. So it's all about just
And if you are dating or have a family, you have to be a family man.
you have to be a
And
family man.
I'm
Exactly.
not
Look,
sure
for me right
we
now,
didn't
look,
talk about that, but if you are
if you are
dating or a family
exactly.
man, you have to find the time.
There you go. There you go. See, so that's it for now. It does get hard. I'm not gonna be here sitting like, oh, it's so zen, it's so easy. Whenever I realize I need time, I just stop and go to sleep. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not a walk over.
Right.
Sometimes you have to just force
Right.
yourself and be like, stop. And it burn you because you really want to finish that thing, because that might be the thing that you're more passionate about, but you have to realize that you do also have some obligations. So yeah,
Right. So
exactly.
we're almost at the end. We're not at the end. We're almost at the end. And I'm sitting with Mishka Christie. He's a registered pharmacist, an author, a wellness coach, and a content creator here online. You can follow him on Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. MDCRX. You can uh, keep up with all that he's doing. My next question, though, Mishka, is do you think that pharmacists can impact our community, or what ways do you think the pharmacists can contribute to community development?
Community development. I feel like it's definitely about being more, what's the word, interacting more with the community. So if we have probably like pharmacists going into having like a community gathering or so, and just educating the patients, because even in pharmacy week there was a lot of pharmacists just educating the people that came into the store, or even at hospitals. The president of the PSJ, Dr. Winsome Christie, was educating people at Maypen Hospital. So if you were at Maypen Hospital, you could have probably get some info. But yeah, it's all about interacting with the community and letting them know certain things, because in a lot of cases, I think of us as like the bridge between patient and medicine sometimes, because we're the last people patients see before they start taking the medication. And in certain cases, we're the first people they see before they start taking the medication, because they come to us, yo, doc, them call us doc sometimes. Yo, doc, I have this wrong with me. What you have me can give you? And we have to be like, all right, yes, for something like that, let me tell you what it is. It's basically this, and you have to go to your doctor to get prescribed. And then that's where the chain of them going to care begins. It begins with us sometimes and also ends with us. So we're kind of the avatar. I'm watching Avatar over again. So basically, the avatar, the bridge between the spirit world and the real world. Yes, that's how I see pharmacists as sometimes. So interaction with people in the community is definitely important. And that's why I
Right,
feel like that's a big thing, because I feel like we are in such a perfect position for health promotion and just spreading of health information, so people can understand the truth of certain things. We can probably educate them and say things like the vaccine. If they don't understand, we're not saying we're going to force you to take it, but just if you have any questions, we can ask it so you can be more informed. If you want any
right,
questions about COVID, we can express it to you, so there's probably less mass hysteria and this panic, because you're educated, you understand.
right. So I
Yeah.
have a question. Before you go, Kimmy, Kimmy wants to go, but I want Kimmy to hear your answer for this question. What encouragement do you have for anyone that would like to study pharmacy? What encouragement do you have for anyone that would like to study pharmacy?
What encouragement I have, it's a wonderful field. It's very dynamic and it's changing as we speak. So in the next couple of years, you don't know what it can look like. I myself am experimenting with making pharmacy my own. Like I'm kind of trying to make this kind of new type of pharmacy. I'm not sure if anybody see, but I'm trying really hard, and I see people kind of being interested in that. So I feel like more people coming up that are curious and just want to make the profession their own. I feel like the more people that do that, the better it is for the industry and for you. So you come in, be your creative self. You come in, be analytic self. Be, whatever yourself is. Be yourself in the environment, and it can allow that if you let it. So that's the encouragement I have. And it's pretty rewarding. It's pretty rewarding.
Okay, and before I ask you the last question, I just want to register my gratitude. Thank you so much for coming and working with me. You could have said, no, who is this person? This
What?
stranger
No.
reaching out to me. No, you could have and you didn't, and I appreciate it. And I'm sure that my students, even though it was a few of them, but they most of them will watch later. There were a few of them on, they would have learned something from you. And the last question is the most powerful of them all. I ask myself this every year, and I just want to ask you, what's next? You're now an author, a pharmacist, you're a content creator. What's next
What's next
for
for me?
Mishka? 5 years. What's
Honestly,
next for Mishka?
in the very near future, this is one of my short-term goals. Because I see myself as a health coach to the general public. So
Right.
I'm just spreading health information to the general public, trying to get people to, get their lives in order. But I'm definitely going to be diving more into health coaching. So, I'm looking more into one-on-one sessions. Gonna be releasing more resources, that you can probably even use for free, that gets you better to a better like a healthier standpoint, so
Right.
it's going to be more resources, going to be one-on-one sessions. I'm going to be diving deeper into health coaching itself, honestly.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Kevin. Thank you for joining us. We're at the end of the show. My
Watch
guest
it
today,
over when it replay.
Kevin, can watch it over. Yes, yes, Kimmy. Kimmy said KD's
KD's
pharmacy. But
Pharmacy, look
we
out.
will come
Come
and help
on.
you cut the ribbon. When you're open, we'll be
When you're
right there
opening,
cutting the ribbon.
yes, invite
Right,
me.
we are cutting the ribbon, and we can say we were dreaming this in 2021, and now it's
2021.
2031, and
2030
Kimmy did it.
vision
Yes,
2030.
Kimmy.
Yes.
Right. So thank you all for watching. Listiana, Kevin, Kimmy, Simple Things, Shante, everybody that came in and out. Thank you for watching. Mishka, I'll be watching your videos on TikTok. I watch the YouTube videos later, but the TikTok I see them immediately.
Immediately, exactly. And they're so short. So yeah, man, watch them.
You definitely have my support virtually going forward, and then if the place opens up back and we can meet together and collab, that's something that I would look forward to. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming. I wish you all the best, and happy pharmacy week.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy Pharmacy Week to y'all too. And thank you all so much for the support. Thank you for coming out to the live. Thank you again for
Right.
inviting me. I really do appreciate it.
Right. Thank you, Kevin. So now, Mishka, we're gonna go now. Thank you
Yeah,
so
man.
much for being our awesome guest. I asked you a lot of questions. You didn't back from any of them. Thank you so much. And
Yeah,
I'll
man.
see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye,
Goodbye,
everybody.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.